In Revenge of the Sith, Mace Windu commanded Anakin to stay in the Jedi Council chambers while he confronted Chancellor Palpatine. We know that Anakin disobeyed this order, leading to Windu's death and Anakin's transformation into Darth Vader. But what if Anakin had stayed? Alone in the council chambers, Anakin wrestles with his emotions. He needs the power to save Padme, and Palpatine promised he could provide it. But betraying the Jedi goes against everything Anakin has ever believed in. He agonizes over the decision, his mind replaying visions of his mother's death and fears of Padme suffering the same fate. Ultimately, he decides to stay. He convinces himself that Windu will arrest Palpatine, and then he can find another way to save Padme. The doors to the chamber slide open. Mace Windu enters alone. He explains that Palpatine quickly dispatched Ajan Kolar and Saesee Tiin, but he and Kit Fisto managed to disarm and kill the Sith Lord. Anakin is in shock. His vital link to saving Padme is gone. How will he save her now? His despair is interrupted as Windu continues speaking. Acknowledging Anakin's role in uncovering Palpatine's treachery, the Jedi Council has decided to grant Anakin the rank of Master. Anakin bows his head as Windu ignites his amethyst blade and proclaims, "By the right of the Council, by the will of the Force, I name you Jedi Master." With this newfound title, Anakin gains unrestricted access to the Jedi archives, including the restricted knowledge he once sought. As the war comes to a swift end, with Count Dooku, General Grievous, and Darth Sidious all gone, the Separatists surrender. But Anakin's focus is elsewhere. He immerses himself in the Jedi archives, scouring ancient knowledge for a way to save Padme. He is particularly drawn to the Sith texts regarding the manipulation of life and death. Concerned by Anakin's obsession, Yoda confronts him. The Grandmaster warns that seeking control over life and death is not the Jedi way. He urges Anakin to accept that death is a natural part of life. But this conversation sparks a memory. Anakin recalls Yoda's attempts to commune with Qui-Gon Jinn. Anakin asks, "Master Yoda, did you ever communicate with Qui-Gon Jinn?" Yoda nods solemnly. "Successful was I. Communicated with him, I did." Anakin seizes the opportunity. "Master, I need to speak with him urgently." Yoda studies Anakin for a long moment, sensing the desperation radiating from him. Slowly, he closes his eyes. "Much to learn you still have, but listen, I will." He motions for Anakin to sit. The flickering glow of the Coruscant skyline casts long shadows across the chamber as Yoda explains the difficulty of contacting the departed. Strong in the living force, Qui-Gon was, but easy this is not. Patience it requires. Clarity you must find. Anakin nods, but his thoughts race. His mind is a storm of emotions, hope, fear, doubt, all tangled together. What if this fails? What if Qui-Gon cannot answer? His hands tighten into fists, his breath shallow. Yoda taps his Gymer stick against the floor, drawing Anakin's focus. "Let go of fear. You must trust the Force." Closing his eyes, Anakin forces himself to steady his breathing, to let the Force flow through him. The room falls silent. The air itself seems to hum with unseen energy. Then, as if carried on the wind, a voice begins to form. Soft at first, then unmistakable. Yoda agrees to help. Together, they meditate, calling out to Qui-Gon through the Force. Slowly, an ethereal voice answers, "Anakin, my boy, it has been a while." Anakin confesses his fears about Padme's fate and pleads for Qui-Gon's guidance. The spectral Jedi listens before responding. "I have watched over you for years. Your attachment is strong, but you must learn to control it. Fear has clouded your judgment. Qui-Gon then proposes a theory. Could Anakin's visions have been a manipulation? Could Darth Sidious have planted them in his mind to turn him against the Jedi? Yoda agrees this is possible. Anakin realizes something. He has not had another vision since Palpatine's death. Could it have all been a lie? Anakin is relieved, but knows he must reveal his secret. He admits his marriage to Padme and her pregnancy to Yoda. The Grand Master listens, then responds, "The Council must know, Skywalker." The next day, the Jedi Council convenes. Anakin stands before them, confessing everything. The revelation shocks the Council, but after much deliberation, they reach a decision. Mace Windu speaks. "Anakin, your attachment concerns us, but we cannot ignore your contributions. The Jedi Order has made exceptions in the past. You will remain a Jedi Master and a member of this council. There is, however, a condition. His children, if Force-sensitive, must be trained as Jedi." Anakin eagerly agrees. He now has everything he once desired: Padme, his children, and his place in the Order. Days later, Padme gives birth to 2 healthy children. With his fears dispelled and his family safe, Anakin embraces his role as both a Jedi and a father. He spends years honing his skills in the Force, training under Yoda and communicating with Qui-Gon Jinn. He masters his emotions, becoming a Jedi stronger than even Yoda himself. Meanwhile, Padme continues her political career, serving as Vice Chancellor under Bail Organa. Together, they work to restore peace to the galaxy. With the Sith eradicated, the Jedi Order prospers, and the Skywalker twins, Luke and Leia, grow up in a galaxy free of the Empire's shadow. The dark future that awaited Anakin Skywalker never comes to pass. Instead, the Chosen One fulfills his destiny, not as Darth Vader, but as the greatest Jedi the galaxy has ever known. But that again is a story for another time